Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your extended. Now we're going to take a look at all these cards, and we're going to get more from them. Okay, we're going to get more information from Spirit. We're going to go in deeper to see if we can get you some more advice and how to maneuver the energies this week. Okay, if Spirit can coach you at all, and how to get through it, and what to do with it, right? It's always better to do constructively. We don't always do the right thing, and it's never going to be perfect. But if we can learn a little bit and move a little bit constructively in the way that we feel, the better we are. I'm going to look at this first card, which is the Five of Cups. Fives are always hard cards. They're always difficult cards, okay? And it says, spilled tea isn't the end of the world. So if you find yourself in a situation this week where either somebody's triggered you and you react badly or whatever, there is still the chance for you to move away from it, learn from it, have plans of actions for maybe the next time. This may be somebody who's always been triggering, okay? Right, the Page of Swords, it's in reverse, but I'm not going to put it in. I'm going to put it this way. Let's call this person the person who is annoying you, okay? They're pointing you with their stick. They're always going on guard, right? On guard. They're hitting you with fictional stuff. You know, they say stuff out of turn. They don't think things through. And I don't think I was very clear yesterday, but I'm getting like a focus of like workplace stuff. This one. I feel like it's those people who come in and they say things without thinking, and they offend. And I've met quite a few people like that in the world, and they're always there. And they always have the knack or the ability to really turn you upside down. They emotionally charge you. They trigger you in the worst ways. And we're going to see if there's anything here. I'm going to tell you with this card what I feel is remember where it's coming from. That would be remember where it's coming from, okay? The Page of Swords is the gossip. He's the one who tells tall tales. Sometimes they sound true, but they're, you know, they're mostly just whatever, right? So remember where it's coming from. That would be the first thing. There's one thing that I like to recall or tell people when they get triggered by, sometimes I feel like they're mindless, right? I don't know. I don't think it's mindless because they seem to hit the target every time. There's one thing that I've heard once, and I like it. When confronted by a fool, smile. Because the point of a fool is that they're ridiculous and to make you laugh. So if they say something that's supposed to irk you or tick you off, and they usually try, give them your best smile. Just smile at them. And I find that for some of these people, they love a reaction. And the lack of reaction with a smile usually really unnerves them, okay? They say something that's, you know, just annoying, you know. Just smile. Like, look at them like maybe they're complete fools, you know. Put a jester hat on them and smile as you would a fool. That does a lot. That does a lot, okay? And the smile itself, a giggle, whatever, might make you feel a little better, right? Crown of Vessels. Keep calm. Carry on. Keep calm and carry on. Develop your sense of emotional, just, you know, trying. Yeah, Champion of Vessels. I like this one because it is, we had that one, we have this one in the second energies that are come in, okay? But I don't think it's that way. I love the fact that he's perched on a bag, and this one always makes me feel like I'm moving on from this, right? I'm packing my crap and I am moving on. And that's what I feel with this one. It's like we're going to fly. It's so weird. There's a crow in a cups thing. It's an interesting card. I always find it an interesting card for the Knight of Cups. So But it's a good card. It's a good card. I like this card. Okay, so all these cards wanted to fly off the table. This one made it. But then there's a Crown of Coins. There's great wisdom to be had by dealing with assholes. There is great mastery to be had with dealing with that. There's two crowns here, telling me that there is absolutely wonderful mastery to be had by dealing with people who just live to drive you crazy. Okay? I think that we spend too much time in our life trying to change people who are mean, people who don't want to change. And I think the best thing that we can do is either A, try to let them know that they're being out of line. And if that doesn't work, then we just simply move on. You do not stay in it. You treat this person as you would a child who is having a fit, right? You don't give them any extra attention. Because bad behavior does not give you, it doesn't mean that you get more attention. Let's stop giving the squeaky wheel the grease, okay? That's a terrible way of putting it, because a squeaky wheel is still usable. It's still useful. These behaviors are not useful. So it's not a good way to describe it. They're not a wheel. They're just squeaky. And people should roll them into the desert and forget about them, right? Far away from, so that nobody can hear the noise. And I think that that is the way to deal with people, so that people can learn that their behaviors will not be tolerated. And that the more they do it, the more they find themselves on their own. That's the way to teach people who cannot learn. Or they just end up on their own, and either way, that's fine. Okay? So, instead of reacting with this beautiful card of, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? I think it's a better reaction to just move away. To calmly give them a smile and go, and walk away. Okay? Walk away in happiness with yourself. Remember where these comments come from. Most of the time, these people that usually, if we're working with them, I used to tell myself, if I quit this job tomorrow, would any of these people show up at my funeral? The answer was absolutely no. Okay? I'm not talking about people that you care about. I'm talking people who invade your energy and create this kind of feeling. They make you feel awful. You go home and you feel awful. You retain that energy all day long. Okay? Don't pay attention to the broken cups. Pay attention to the full cups. Pay attention to the people who feed you the right kind of energy that you can give and take to each other, right? So, yeah, absolutely. What can you get from these people? If it's nothing, then give them nothing. You don't need to engage. You do not need to engage your emotions. You do not need to engage yourself in the ridiculousness of whatever's going on. You can bow out gracefully. You can bow out with a smile. You can bow with one word. You can say something that's completely out of character and leave them confused. I don't care what you do, as long as when you leave, your energy levels are good. Okay? They can say something ridiculous and you can just, give a little squeak and say, carrot, and smile and walk away. And they'll go, what the hell was that? Okay? That works too. Because like I said, how do you deal with a fool? The way you deal with a fool, right? You can either smile at a fool or be a fool with them. If they say something that doesn't make sense, you say something that doesn't make sense. Okay? Pretty soon, the vibe, they'll understand. They'll either avoid you because they think you're weird, or they'll start getting the message and just leave you alone. which either way is all good. I mean, it's all good. You want to stay in a great sense. Let them swing their sword. Eventually they will find themselves on their own. Okay? The more people adopt this, the better it gets. Bad behavior is not rewarded. Bad behavior, you don't give attention to bad behavior. You don't engage bad behavior. You walk away from it. Okay? So, don't ignore it. I would say don't ignore it. Don't just walk away, because it's like giving them the permission to batter you whenever they want to. You may engage, but engage in a way that lets them know that you're not affected by it. Okay, like I said, the smile really works. And then just carry on, right? Now, if you're dealing with people who are very close to you, unfortunately, I can't help you with that. What happens with that is that you have bigger obstacle. You have invested all of your time in somebody who's mean to you. You're going to have to look at that. You're going to have to sit down and have long conversations. There's nothing I can do for you for that. You have to fix whatever is ailing in yourself that's letting you stay in those situations. And that's past my capabilities of helping you. I'm not a therapist, so if you need therapy, please, make sure that you get somebody you can talk to. And spiritually, you can get help that way as well. You can tap in spiritually, look into your past, see why maybe it's something from your past that has led you to here. Okay, the behaviors that you put up with as a child or saw as a child that now you are living through. Okay, there's a million different reasons, but I can't cover those in this reading. You're going to have to go deeper. You're going to have to look more. And by no means should you ever leave any relationship because of a tarot reader. You have to do the work. Nobody can tell you what you should do. You need to look at your life, and you need to fix the stuff that needs fixing so that you have a happier, more fulfilled life. Okay? That goes for all of us. That goes for all of us. All right, so this is the first one. And like I said, there's a lot of emotions here. There's a lot of like, oh my God, okay? So if that hits you during the week, between yesterday's reading and today's reading, there's a lot of great advice. But I'm feeling more of an energy of, like I said, coworkers, people, acquaintances, people that you interact with but don't have much of a, interaction with, if you know what I mean. All right, so we'll put these aside. And we'll go to the second one, which is the Knight of Cups. Alright, so that was the end of extended number 1. And in the next video, we're going to do extended number 2 when we do look at the Knight of Cups. So trying something new, absolutely. 3 different scenarios, 3 different extended. So I will see you later. Bye for now. Love, light, and blessings.